All right. Hello. Welcome, everyone. I'm thrilled to have you here for our AI-driven leadership for exceptional customer experience. My name's Josh, and I've spent the last 25 years in different leadership roles helping teams navigate growth and change. So I've seen firsthand how AI is starting to reshape the business landscape. In fact, in a recent study by McKinsey, they found that AI adoption in businesses more than doubled from 20% in 2017 to 50% in 2022. Now, that pace of change is incredible over that short amount of time, and it's just accelerating more and more and more right now. In fact, leaders who don't adapt, they risk the chance of being left behind on all of this. So a while back, I got a call from a really frustrated business owner who was a former client. And his customer service team was completely overwhelmed. They had support tickets that were piling up, their phone lines were totally jammed, and customers were getting more and more frustrated by the day. So his team was exhausted and burned out. And worst of all, customer satisfaction was at an all-time low. So I remember sitting across from him as he kind of ran his hand through his hair. He's like, I don't get it. We've hired more people. We've tried every system out there and we're still drowning. I feel like I'm failing my team. And I felt that before. I've been there. Do you guys ever felt like that? It's like no matter what you do, it's never enough. Because don't worry, you're not alone. 73% of business leaders, they feel completely unequipped for AI driven transformation. So at that moment with my friend, we took a complete step back. And instead of just throwing more people at the problem, we explored some AI driven solutions and we introduced an AI powered chatbot that handled the repetitive, high volume requests and allowed his team to focus on the more complex human kind of conversations. And the result of all of that, within weeks, the response times dropped by over 60%. And his team wasn't just keeping up, they were actually thriving. The best part of all of it, their customers noticed and satisfaction scores went through the roof. For the first time in a long time, that business owner wasn't just reacting to problems, he was actually ahead of them. So that moment kind of changed how I see AI and leadership. It's not really about replacing people, it's about empowering them. So before we jump in, type in the chat where you're joining from and kind of one thing that you're hoping to get from this session. I want to keep everything as conversational and interactive as we possibly can. So I'd love for you to just take a minute and just put that in there if you don't mind. I have responses from different kind of people. Looks like some people out there are kind of learning how to implement AI, and other people just want to improve their customer loyalty, things that are happening in that space. And that's good. You're in the right place. By the end of this webinar, you're going to have some actionable strategies for leveraging AI in your leadership to drive outstanding customer experiences. Now, we're going to start today with some training, some core training on AI driven leadership and the customer experience and why they matter and how to excel at both. I'm going to share some real world case studies and maybe even some few surprising stats because I love data. And along the way, I'm going to ask you some questions, maybe some poll or two. So be ready to participate and get in here with us, okay? In the second half, I'm going to introduce an opportunity. It's a premium leadership training program for those who want to take it just a step further. And then we'll have a live Q&A at the end. So as I work my way through this, write down your questions. Does that sound okay? And one more thing, stay with me till the end because I have a really special bonus for you, something that will help you implement exactly what we're covering today. So consider it a thank you for spending some time here with us. Now, let's jump in and get started. It's no secret that technology is evolving at a breakneck speed. And as leaders, we're expected to keep up, but that's super challenging. I get that. I understand that. Remember that statistic I mentioned? 73% of leaders feel completely unprepared for the AI changes that are hitting us all over the place. And yet, 70% of those exact same leaders believe that AI is going to disrupt their companies over the next 5 years. That's huge. Only about 1 in 5 feel that their organization is actually ready for disruption. So if you're feeling uneasy about AI, I want you to know you're not alone. In fact, you're in really good company. Even the most seasoned leaders are grappling with the exact same questions. Like, what does this mean for my team? How will AI replace jobs? And how do I keep up when everything is moving so fast? These concerns aren't just valid, they're necessary because acknowledging the gap between where we are and where we need to be is just the first step towards progress. And here's the truth. That gap, it's real, it's out there, but it's not a dead end. It's an opening, a massive opportunity. Because while lots of leaders hesitate, unsure of how to move forward and navigate, those who step up and skill up will shape the future. AI driven leadership isn't about coding or algorithms or even being the most tech savvy person in the room. It's about something a whole lot deeper. It's about having the curiosity to ask the right questions at the right time, the adaptability to embrace change, and the wisdom to balance innovation with what makes all of us human. You don't need to be a technical wizard to lead in an AI driven world. What you do need is the ability to make strategic decisions that harness AI's potential while staying true to what your core values are. It's about guiding your team, not with fear, but with clarity and confidence. It's about using AI not as a replacement for human intelligence, but as an amplifier for it. Because AI can analyze data, predict trends, and even automate a lot of tasks, but it will never replace human intuition. What happens is we have to merge the two. That's where the magic is. Data-driven insights with real human intuition. And that's where transformational leadership begins and excels. So if you feel behind, if you feel uncertain, just remember this. You're actually standing at the starting line of one of the biggest shifts in business history. And the leaders who rise to this moment, the ones who choose to learn, adapt, and lead with both intelligence and heart, they're not just going to keep up, they're actually going to set the pace for everyone else. And that's where the real value comes in. That's where the real change starts to make a difference. So let me tell you a little bit about my journey, okay? Um, I started out as skeptical, but as I learned and I saw that AI isn't here just to replace leaders, it's here to augment us. The best leaders of tomorrow will be the ones who can harness AI as a tool to make better decisions and create richer customer experiences. So let's talk a little bit about the customer experience, or CX, the other half of the equation. You might be wondering, why are we focusing so much on that? Simply put, it can make or break your business. Customers today have really high expectations. They want fast, personalized, and seamless services. And if you don't provide it, I can promise you someone else is going to. So look at this really powerful statistic. 86% of buyers are willing to pay more for a great customer experience. Now, did you hear that number? People value experience so much that most, not just most, but the majority, the extreme majority, are happy to spend more money if you wow them. And that's just not a slight bump. We're talking about premium prices for standout service. Now, on the flip side, if experiences are poor, customers leave. Like we've all been there, right? Bad support call, a lame website, and we're going to take our business elsewhere. Investing in customer experience isn't just about a feel good initiative, it's a game changer with real measurable impact. And the data backs this up in a way that's absolutely impossible to ignore. There's a group called the Temkin Group, and they found that for a company that earns 1 billion annually, prioritizing customer experience improvements can generate an additional $700 million within just 3 years. So let that sink in. That's not just an incremental boost, it's like a near doubling of revenue simply by putting customers at the heart of your strategy. It's proof that this CX idea isn't a soft skill or an abstract ideal. It's one of the most powerful drivers for long term profitability and market dominance. And here's the kicker: customers don't just want better experiences, they expect them now. A well known Walker study predicted that by 2020, 5 years ago, customer experience would overtake price and product as the number one brand differentiator. And now, when we look in the rearview mirror, we know that that prediction wasn't just accurate, it actually underestimated the shift. Because we've watched brands like Amazon and Disney and Ritz-Carlton totally redefine entire industries, not because they slash prices or sell something no one else can, but because they create experiences that make customers feel valued, understood, and even delighted. Just think about it. Amazon wins because it eliminates friction, one click ordering, lightning fast delivery, personalized recommendation. Disney thrives because they don't just sell theme park tickets, they sell magic, memories, and storytellings that immerse you in an entirely different world. And Ritz Carlton doesn't just offer hotel rooms, they anticipate needs before guests even voice them, making every single stay feel effortless and exceptional. And these brands dominate because they've mastered the art of connection. So here's where the opportunity lies. Most businesses are still treating customer experience as an afterthought. They focus on sales tactics, marketing funnels, and operational efficiencies, all important, but they fail to realize that the strongest competitive edge comes from how customers feel when they interact with your brand. The reality is, no one raves about decent service. They remember extraordinary, and they remain loyal to the brands that don't just meet expectations but exceed them. So, if you want to future-proof your business, if you want growth that it's not just reactive, but actually exponential. Look at the companies who are winning today. They're just selling products and services. They're creating experiences that customers want to return to, talk about, and invest in over and over and over again. Take a moment and drop in the chat one company that gives you an amazing customer experience. What was it that made it great? Was it the personal touch? Was it the speed? Was it the convenience? Because I'd love to see some examples of what you guys are seeing out there. The point to all of this, really, at the end of the day, is that great leaders prioritize a customer experience. And in today's world, that means leveraging AI to meet customer needs at scale without losing that human touch. So let's talk a little bit how AI fits into this and can make it be and can become a game changer for your business. I want to talk about how AI can become a real ally in delivering top-notch customer service. Now, this is where leadership and technology intersect. A really modern misconception is that AI will make business impersonal. That's wrong. When used well, AI can actually make experiences more personal, more timely, and even more efficient. So let's look at a couple real-world case studies to see what this looks like in action. Here's a brand that we all know, something that we're all well aware of, Coca-Cola. Now, Coca-Cola has mastered the art of emotional connection. It's harnessing the power of AI to take customer experiences to an entirely new level. In fact, through AI-driven marketing, Coca-Cola analyzes vast amounts of consumer data, and they use it to predict trends, to personalize advertising, and to even create hyper-relevant content in real time. Their AI-powered platform, it's called MarTech. It allows them to tailor campaigns with precision, ensuring that every single digital ad, every social media post, and even product placement resonates deeply with the right audience. Now, this isn't just about efficiency, it's about crafting moments that begin to feel personal, timely, engaging, making every interaction with the brand feel intentional. Whether it's dynamically generating ad creatives or even leveraging AI insights into how to fine tune their messaging, Coca-Cola is proving that technology and storytelling actually go hand in hand in this modern customer experience. But here's the thing, their AI innovations don't just stop at marketing, they extend into product development themselves. The company has used AI to co-create new flavors like this limited edition Coca-Cola Y3000. Have you heard of it? It's developed with the help of artificial intelligence to predict taste preferences in the future. So, by leveraging machine learning and consumer input, Coca Cola can actually anticipate shifting tastes and create products that feel both innovative and real. Now, AI also plays a role in optimizing their supply chains, reducing waste, and ensuring that their products are always available when customers want them. And this fusion of AI driven insights with Coca Cola's deep understanding of brand loyalty proves that innovation, it's not just about technology, it's about using technology to strengthen the human connection. And the numbers back it up. They've seen a 30% increase in engagement with their customers, and they were able to cut their ad spend by 20%. And they attribute that directly to AI implementation. But it hasn't happened just at Coke. Here's another great example. Ulta Beauty is a powerhouse in retail and the beauty industry, and they faced a significant challenge that a lot of brands struggle with. This might seem familiar to you. They tried to figure out how to turn casual shoppers into lifelong loyal customers, and they knew that building deeper customer relationships wasn't just about having great products. It was about creating a really personalized experience that made every shopper feel seen, understood, and valued. So instead of relying solely on traditional marketing methods, Ulta turned to AI to help them unlock the power of personalization at scale. By leveraging an advanced AI-driven marketing platform, Ulta was able to process and analyze huge amounts of customer data, including loyalty program activities, in-store purchases, online browsing behavior, and even engagement with past promotions that they've tried. This AI system didn't just collect data, it made sense of it, identifying patterns, predicting preferences, and tailoring their marketing messages to each individual customers. So instead of sending generic promotions, Ulta can now deliver hyper-personalized product recommendations, exclusive offers, and timely messages that resonated with each shopper's unique beauty interests. Now, the results, they were nothing short of game-changing for them. An astounding 95% of Ulta's sales now come from returning customers. That means nearly all of their revenue is driven by shoppers who feel so well served and connected to the brand that they keep coming back again and again and again. Now, this level of loyalty, it's not just impressive, it's actually a blueprint for sustainable growth. And that's in an era where customers have endless options right at their fingertips. But really, what makes Ulta's approach so powerful is how seamlessly AI works behind the scenes for them. The company's leadership team didn't have to hire an army of marketers to manually craft personalized experiences for their millions of customers. Instead, AI handled the heavy lifting, sifting through data, automating campaigns, and ensuring that the right message reached the right person and at the right time. Now, this allowed Ulta's human teams to focus on what they do best: creative strategy, brand storytelling, and deepening human connections with their real customers. Now, Ulta Beauty's success proves that AI-driven personalization isn't about replacing human touch. It's about enhancing it. By combining smart technology with authentic brand engagement, they've set a new standard for customer loyalty in the retail space. And imagine what this kind of customer connection could do for your business. And then there's this great story about a company called Liberty London. Liberty London is an iconic high-end department store with a very exclusive clientele, and they built their reputation on exceptional service and timeless quality. But just like everyone else in the retail landscape, as it evolved and more customers shifted to online shopping, the surge in customer service inquiries became overwhelming to them. Their support team, once known for its real close personal touch and extreme attentiveness, was suddenly drowning in a sea of requests, and they were struggling to keep up with the demand while maintaining the level of service that their customers had come to expect. Now, if you've ever felt the strain of scaling without sacrificing quality, this story is going to resonate with you, because instead of letting customer service suffer under the weight of the growing increase, Liberty's leadership team made a bold move. They implemented an AI-powered solution through Zendesk's AI platform to support their human agents. Now, not about replacing people. Remember, it's about empowering them. The AI system could intelligently route customer queries. They prioritized urgent matters, and it even handled simple, repetitive requests like order tracking and return status. Now, this allowed human agents to focus their time and energy on more complex, high-value interactions, the kind of conversations that truly require a personal touch. The impact was undeniable. Liberty London experienced a staggering 73% decrease in response time to customers. And this means customers weren't left waiting. They weren't frustrated. They weren't feeling ignored. They got their answers fast and quick. And when customers feel heard and taken care of, what happens to their satisfaction? It skyrockets, right? I mean, how powerful would that be for you and your businesses? In fact, Liberty saw a 9% increase in overall customer satisfaction scores after implementing AI. Now, that might seem like a small percentage at first, but in a luxury retail space where experience is everything, it's actually a massive competitive advantage. Now, I need you to understand the real magic here isn't just in the technology, it's in how Liberty London used it and implemented it, because AI became an invisible support system, working behind the scenes to make service faster, more efficient, while human agents focused on delivering the warmth, the expertise, the personal care that define the brand. Leaders didn't just implement it for efficiency's sake. They ensured it was aligned with the core values of their customer first service. This is the future of customer experience: AI and human expertise working together. And Liberty London's success proves that embracing technology doesn't mean losing the human element. It means amplifying it. Now, these examples also show that AI isn't a gimmick. It's a force multiplier when guided by smart leadership. Ulta's case was about AI-driven personalization using data to treat customers as individuals. And Liberty London's case was about AI-assisted efficiency, speeding up service without sacrificing quality. In both, leaders had to champion the change, train their teams, and keep everyone focused on the ultimate goal: a better experience for the customer. Now, while companies like Ulta Beauty and Liberty London have harnessed AI to elevate customer experience, the opposite side of the equation is a harsh reality for businesses that neglect CX. Poor customer experience isn't just an inconvenience, it's a revenue killer. In fact, studies show that US companies lose $75 billion annually due to poor customer service. When customers encounter slow response times, frustrating interactions, or even a lack of personalization, they don't just tolerate it, they actually take their wallets somewhere else. Now, unlike the success stories of AI-driven personalization and service efficiency, businesses that fail to invest in customer experience often find themselves bleeding revenue as customers seek out competitors who are just going to treat them better. Now, even beyond the less revenue, poor customer experiences create a ripple effect that's difficult to contain: negative word of mouth. Now, this is so hard because a dissatisfied customer, it's not just lost business, they're an active detractor. Research shows that one negative experience can lead to a customer telling up to 15 other people about it. And worse yet, in our digital age, a single bad review can be amplified across social media, review platforms, forums, influencing thousands of potential customers. Now, unlike brands like Coca-Cola, who leverage AI to enhance engagement and product innovation, companies with poor customer experiences find themselves constantly playing defense, trying to recover from reputational damage that unhappy customers leave in their wake. Now, perhaps the most devastating impact of poor CX is customer churn. Customers today have more choices than ever, right? And they aren't afraid to switch brands if they feel undervalued. A report by Price Waterhouse found that 1 in 3 customers will leave a brand after just one bad experience, and nearly 60% will walk away after multiple negative interactions, even if they previously loved that brand. This is the silent killer of businesses that fail to adapt. Instead of fostering loyalty like Ulta Beauty's 95% return customer rate, customers with a weak customer experience strategy will face a constant uphill battle, spending more on customer acquisition just to replace the people that they lose. Now, in contrast, brands that invest in seamless, AI powered, and human centered experiences create long term relationships that drive sustainable growth. Can you envision something in your business or team that AI might help improve? It could be anything. It could be predicting customer needs, automating a boring task, providing data insights you've never had. We'd love for you to share an idea in chat. And what would you do to fix or enhance with a little bit of AI magic? It could be something that changes your brand overnight. It could be something that takes time to learn and grow from. We've got to be clear about what's happening here in the world. AI is a powerful tool, but it should never replace what make businesses truly thrive, and that's the human connection. In an age where automation is everywhere, customers aren't craving more robotic interactions, they're craving more meaningful ones. So AI should be a bridge, not a barrier. It should enhance how we engage, how we respond, and how we personalize, not strip away the very essence of what makes brands completely unforgettable. The companies winning today aren't the ones that blindly automate. They're the ones that strategically use AI to elevate the human touch. They're about making interactions faster, more intuitive, and much more personal. The moment we prioritize efficiency over empathy, we lose the trust and loyalty that drive long term success. Now, it's important to understand this because leadership is not negotiable. AI doesn't set the strategy, leaders do. It's not enough to simply implement new tools and hope that they're going to somehow transform your business. Leaders must guide AI adoption with intention, ensuring that technology aligns with companies' values and enhances, not erodes, the customer experience. Now, AI can analyze data at lightning speed. They can automate responses. It can predict customer needs, but it can never build relationships. It can't replace the authenticity of a heartfelt conversation. It can't replace the trust built through problem solving or the creativity that sparks true innovation. In fact, leadership in this new era means knowing when to lean into automation and when to lean into the power of the human connection. Now, the goal isn't to choose between AI or people, is to create a seamless partnership between the two. AI should always work in the background to make personalization, speed, and efficiency effortless, allowing teams to focus on the moments that matter most. Just imagine a world where AI eliminates friction, instantly surfaces insight, and frees up your team to be more present, more engaged, and more impactful. That's the future of customer experience. Not cold robotic automation, but AI powered experiences that feel smoother, smarter, and more importantly, more human than ever. Now, up to this point, we've talked a lot about the why AI and why customer experience are so crucial. Let's get into the how. I want to give you 3 key strategies that you can start applying today to become an effective AI driven leader who actually elevates your customers' experiences. The first key is to embrace a learning mindset. Technology is going to keep changing no matter what you do. So you have to build the habit of learning. This might mean getting educated on AI basics. It might be encouraging your team to experiment with new tools or even investing in some training. Remember, as leaders who educate themselves and their people on AI are far more prepared for the future. Those who felt ready for this AI disruption largely credited their leadership team's understanding of AI for that readiness. So carve out time to learn. For example, one CEO I know started a monthly AI lab meeting where team members share something new that they tried with technology. It created a culture where AI became less intimidating and more of a shared exploration. Why do we invest in learning? I invest in it all the time. It pays off, quite literally. In fact, study shows that companies get a huge return on investment for leadership development. We're talking about an average of $7 in ROI, return on investment, for every $1 spent on leadership training. Now think about that. That's a 700% return. When you as a leader grow, it ripples out to your team's performance and your company's bottom line. So engage in that curiosity. Now, by the way, Just by attending this webinar today, you're already showing that you're a lifelong learner. So keep it up. The second key, this might sound strange to talk about AI, but technology should not overshadow the human element. The most successful AI implementations happen when leaders are laser focused and crystal clear on what the human outcome is that they want. In our context, what we're talking about today, that outcome is an excellent customer service experience. So start with these kind of questions. How do I want my customers to feel about what I do and what I want them to achieve? And then work backwards from there to see where AI can help you. For instance, if customers hate waiting on hold, maybe an AI chatbot can handle simple queries to reduce wait times, kind of like what Liberty London did. If customers crave personalization, maybe an AI recommendation engine can help, like it did for Ulta. Always tie it back, though, to serving people better. As a leader, communicate this purpose to your team. Your employees should know we're adopting this new AI tool not to replace anyone or because it's a shiny object, but to create better value for customers and to free us up to do more meaningful work. When you frame technology products in terms of customer and employee experience, you're going to get buy-in and way better results. AI is a means to an end, and that end is a happier customer and a more empowered team. So keep that lens, and you'll avoid the trap of implementing tech just because it's tech for tech's sake, right? Now, the last one. We live in a world rich with data, and AI is the key to unlocking insights. As a leader, you don't need to crunch the data yourself, but you should champion the use of data in your decision making, the use of it. Encourage your team to collect feedback, measure customer behaviors, and use AI analytic tools to find patterns. Personalization at scale is one of AI's superpowers, so use it. Whether it's marketing, customer service, or even product development, ask, what do our customers' behaviors tell us, and how can we respond uniquely to those behaviors? Leaders who ask these questions foster a data-driven culture. Okay, so as a quick example, Amazon's leadership infamously, they focus on metrics like customer lifetime value, and they use AI to surface things like customers also bought recommendations. That's data-driven personalization, and it's a big reason people keep buying more and more on Amazon. Now, you don't have to be Amazon, but you can certainly use the tools that are available now. And let me tell you, many are very, very accessible and even easy to use to get to know your customers better. When customers feel understood, magic happens. Loyalty, repeat business, word of mouth. Earlier, we saw how personalized experiences can even trigger impulse buys. In fact, 49% of buyers have made impulse purchases after a more personalized experience. So, as a leader, championing a more data informed approach will help your team craft those tailored experiences that drive your growth. Implementing these three strategies, continuous learning, people first tech adoption, and data driven personalization, will set you on the path to AI driven leadership success. So I want you to think, which of these strategies do you feel you need to focus on the most in the role that you're currently in? Do you need to learn more about AI? Do you need to keep a customer first focus? Or do you need to use data better for personalization? There's a lot of different ways to approach this. Some of you may want to learn more about leveraging data. That's fantastic. Um, some of you might want to learn more about how to adopt AI better. That's great. Recognizing the need to keep the human touch at center point is so important. Okay. Now, up to this point, we've uncovered some really powerful ideas, and I hope you're envisioning how this can be implemented and played out in your organization. Here's the problem. We've only scratched the surface today. The world of AI and leadership is vast. And it's one thing to know about strategies, and it's another one to implement. So you might be sitting there thinking, asking yourself, Josh, this is great info. But how do I actually do all this step by step? How do I get my team on board, select the right AI tools, and ensure real results? Now, let me tell you, those are the exact right questions to be asking. And it actually kind of leads us into the next part of what I want to talk about. If you've gotten value so far, I want to show you how you can continue on this journey with my help and take your leadership and your customer's experience to the next level. So before I do, I just want to ask, I hope it's okay. I want to spend about 10 minutes showing you a solution that I put together to fast track your success in AI driven leadership and customer experience. I promise this will be useful and I'm going to keep it real low key, but I'm super excited about this. What I'm about to share with you has transformed other leaders' careers and businesses. And I genuinely believe that it can do the exact same thing for you. So what if I told you that the way you're leading today is actually the biggest thing that's holding you back from where you want to be. And what if I told you that there's a simple, proven way to break through every single leadership bottleneck without burning out, without guessing, without reinventing the wheel? So that's exactly what we do inside our Impact Shift training series. Now, let me be clear, this isn't just another leadership program that's filled with theory and nice to know concepts. It's an intensive, high impact training designed to transform the way you lead, scale, and create lasting success. So for years, I've been blessed to work with business owners, executives, and entrepreneurs who felt stuck, overwhelmed, unsure how to take their leadership and their business to the next level. They had the work ethic, they had the drive, but they didn't have the systems, they didn't have the strategies, and most importantly, they didn't have the mind shifts necessary to unlock the full potential. That's why I built ISTS, because leadership isn't just about what you know, it's about how you think, act, and adapt to accelerate growth, remove friction, and create the kind of business that thrives with or without you in the daily grind. So inside ISTS, we don't just teach leadership, we install it into the DNA of how you operate. We do this through some innovative concepts, the framework that drives every elite leader, every high performing team, and every thriving business. Because the truth is, you cannot lead others if you can't first lead yourself. This program rewires how you think about leadership, decision making, and resilience, ensuring that you're mentally unstoppable in any situation. We talk about operational excellence because chaos kills businesses. We have modules about streamlining your systems, processes, and leadership structures so that your business runs like a machine, efficient, effective, and primed for growth. The future of leadership isn't just about people. We've talked about this today. It's about leveraging technology to amplify that human potential. In ISTS, we teach you how to harness AI to optimize workflows, enhance customer experience, and stay way ahead of the curve. Now, I'm sure you just don't want a team that works for you. You want a team that's bought in, inspired, and fully aligned with your vision. ISTS teaches communication, emotional intelligence, and influence to create an unstoppable culture. This is the place where you turn leadership into leverage. You learn how to scale smarter. You learn how to create ripple effects in your industry. And you learn how to build something that lasts, that stands the test of time. And you can do it without sacrificing yourself in the process. Now, let me tell you, these aren't abstract ideas. These are battle tested leadership strategies designed for immediate application and measurable impact and real world success. I've worked these strategies over and over and over again in my own businesses, in helping other people in their businesses. And I've seen the success that comes from them time after time after time after time. Now, I know, I know there's a lot of leadership and business courses out there. You might have even taken a few. I know I have. I've taken a ton of them. But ISTS isn't just another program. It's actually a blueprint for impact that combines cutting edge strategy, high performance coaching, and AI powered solutions to completely redefine the way you lead. No fluff, no outdated theory, and no endless hours of learning. Just real transformation that creates undeniable results. Because here's the reality: the world is changing fast. The leaders who refuse to evolve are going to get left behind. But those who embrace the right systems, the right mindset, and the right tools are going to own the next decade. So if you're ready to break through your leadership limitations, if you're ready to master scalable growth and really build something that's truly extraordinary, I'm telling you, the Impact Shift Training Series, it's for you. If you fully commit to ISTS, everything about the way you lead, operate, and grow will elevate, not just incrementally, but exponentially. This isn't just about learning new skills. It's about reprogramming and redesigning the way you think to remove roadblocks that are holding you back and turning leadership into real leverage. Right now, you might feel like you're constantly putting out fires. You might feel overwhelmed, reactive, stretched too thin. With ISTS, that stops. You'll install leadership systems that eliminate bottlenecks. You'll simplify decision making and give you control over your business and your time. And instead of being in the weeds, you're going to be at the helm, leading with confidence, purpose, and a clear vision for the future. So I just want you to imagine this scenario. No more second guessing. No more wondering if you're making the right call. ISTS rewires your mindset to think, decide, and act like a high impact leader. You'll develop the ability to inspire, align, and empower your team without micromanaging, without burnout, without feeling like you're dragging people along with you. Your leadership presence is going to shift from being just another authority figure to becoming the leader your team rallies behind and follows with deep trust. Growth should never mean more stress. It shouldn't mean longer hours or it shouldn't mean you being the bottleneck in your own success. With ISTS, you'll learn how to scale smarter, not harder, using leadership leverage, AI-driven efficiency, and proven operational frameworks. You'll shift from being consumed by daily tasks to leading with strategic foresight. And most importantly, you'll build a business that grows sustainably without sacrificing your health, your relationship, or your sanity. AI is changing leadership. The businesses that fail to adapt are going to fall behind, but ISTS ensures you stay ahead of the curve, integrating those AI powered tools to optimize your business while keeping the heart of your leadership intact. You won't just be reacting to change, you'll be driving it, setting the standard and becoming the leaders that others look to for direction. And here's the greatest result. My favorite part of all of this. The greatest leaders don't just build businesses, they create movements. Your leadership will no longer be just about hitting revenue goals. It will be about making an impact. You'll develop leaders within your team, elevate the people around you, and leave behind a legacy that extends far beyond the walls of your company. The ripple effect of your growth will touch your team, your clients, your industry, and your community. I'm telling you, this isn't just another leadership course. This is a fundamental shift in how you think, lead, and grow. If you embrace ISTS, your business will transform, your leadership will be undeniable, and your future will be the one that you design, not one dictated by stress, uncertainty, or even outdated leadership habits. So this is your moment of impact. Are you ready to make the shift? Here's what you're going to get. Within the ISTS, there's a full library of training that's driven by assessments to lay out what you need to study next. Each lesson is self-contained and has real-world application activity designed to help you implement all that awesome new knowledge that you've gained. And you get lifetime access to it. Anything new that me or my team adds in the next 5, 10, 15, 20 years, you get it forever. So keeping up on the cutting edge of everything is critical to the success of the ISTS system. Individual, bite-sized lessons that will gradually change you in ways that you can't even begin to understand. The ripple effects will be amazing. You can attack this any way you want. You can do one lesson a week. You can do 2 lessons a week. You can do 5 lessons a week. You can do whatever you want as long as you're able to implement the systems and the knowledge that you've gained, because that's the real power of the ISTS. The knowledge with the action, create wisdoms that's going to lead your company into the future in a way that you may not have even thought was possible. It's all in ISTS. Now, since you watched this webinar, here is what you as an attendee and an early adopter of this program are going to get. Special pricing at only $1,995 for lifetime access, including all those new trainings that we're going to add. And trust me, we're adding them like crazy. But also, because you're here on the webinar, I want to throw in some exclusive bonuses to reward our action takers today. Bonus 1, a one-on-one strategy call with me. If you're among the first 10 people to sign up for the ISTS program, I will personally hop on a 60-minute Zoom call with you to help craft a custom AI leadership strategy for your business. This is tailor-made consulting. Normally, I can charge over $750 an hour, but it's yours for free if you're in that first 10. This can fast-track your results and ensure that you're 100% confident in implementing what you learn. Bonus number 2, the AI Leadership Playbook. You'll get an exclusive playbook compiled by my team that highlights the latest trends, statistics, and AI tools for business leaders. It's like a crash course ebook that you can share with your colleagues. And then here's the third one. This one is super cool. I'm giving extended Q&A access. I'm giving all webinar attendees an extra 3 months, 90 days of ongoing live support where you can ask me and my team questions as you start implementing. Essentially, we'll be your on-call advisors as you roll out your initiatives to ensure that you don't get stuck. I want to see you succeed at every step throughout the program. And of course, we have a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you are working the program as it's designed for you, and if for any reason you feel the program isn't delivering value, we have a no hassle refund policy in the first 30 days. So I stand by this training fully. It's the same material I use to consult my big time clients, but I want you to feel absolutely comfortable investing. So there's no risk. You either get massive value or you get your money back. Now, the investment for all this is going to be launched to the general public on March 31st for $2,500 without these 3 bonuses. To put that in perspective, that's likely less than a cost of a 1-day in-person workshop or a conference trip. And unlike a one-off event, this program gives you ongoing resources and support. Also, think about the potential ROI. Just one AI-driven improvement in your customer experience could easily bring in many times that $19.95 in revenue or cost savings. or if you prevent a single customer from churning, or if you inspire an idea that wins a new client, the investment pays for itself. As we discuss, leadership development yields returns. This is an opportunity to invest in your development as a next generation leader. If you're excited about this, go ahead and click the link that my team's sharing in the chat right now. It'll open a new tab so you don't miss anything here. And once you enroll, you're going to get immediate access to a welcome video. And I'll send you an email to schedule our one-on-one call if you're among the first 10. I already see some people that are interested in jumping on this, which is awesome. I love that. Now, we deliberately kept this exclusive pre-launch limited to just 25 seats because we want to maintain an intimate group where everyone gets attention. So I do encourage you to act quickly if you know that this is right for you, because seats are first come, first served. Now, once we hit 25, enrollment's going to close and this product will only be available to the general public. Now, just to give you some framing behind this, let me share a really brief story from someone I worked with who used the principles and practices that I've included in the Impact Shift training series, just so you know what's possible. I had a client named Cody, who was a business owner who had built a strong company, but felt stuck when it came to scaling and increasing its value. His company was doing well, valued at around $4 million, but when he started thinking about selling, he realized something that was really critical for him. He wasn't maximizing his potential. The systems weren't as efficient as they could be, and the leadership gaps slowed down decision making. So he knew that to get that top dollar for his business, he had to lead differently. So through the Impact Shift training series, Cody learned how to implement scalable systems, leverage AI-driven insights, and restructure leadership in a way that didn't just improve operations, but significantly increase the company's overall value. He applied high impact leadership strategies that made his business run more efficiently without getting stuck in the weeds. He streamlined his processes, he improved his team's decision making, and he used data driven strategies to boost profitability. Now, the result, within 1 year of starting to implement the ISTS systems, Cody's company valuation skyrocketed from $4 million to over $7 million. When it came time to sell, buyers didn't just see a business, they saw a scalable, well led, high value asset. Now, I'm sharing Cody's story with you because I want you to see and understand what's possible for you. Maybe you're not looking to sell your business today, but imagine what you could achieve with this level of clarity, confidence, and strategic leadership. What if you could remove the bottlenecks that are slowing you down? What if you could create a business that runs at a much higher level without running you into the ground? The ISTS framework is designed to make that happen, whether it's scaling, improving profitability, or even positioning yourself for the next big opportunity. This training equips you to lead with precision, confidence, and impact. So once again, click the link in the chat, secure your spot. As a reminder, the first 10 get a free one-on-one call with me. I'd love for you to be one of those. It's one of my favorite part of what I do, getting to know you and your challenges specifically and personally. Now, while some of you are checking out the program, feel free, it's not going to disrupt our webinar. I want to open it up for some questions. You've been listening to me for a while now, and I'm sure that a few questions may have come to mind. It could be about the content that we've talked about or the program that I've talked about. Go ahead and type your questions in the chat, privately if you prefer, so just I can see them, and I'll have my team help compile some of them as well, okay? All right, let's see what we're getting here. Great question. How do I know if this program is going to work for me? Fantastic, right? The Impact Shift Training Series, or ISTS, is not a one-size-fits-all leadership program. It's actually designed to meet you where you are. Whether you're scaling your business or struggling with leadership bottlenecks or just wanting to increase efficiency and profitability, this system has been battle-tested by leaders who've increased their company value, they've eliminated operational chaos, and they've unlocked growth that they never thought was possible. It works because we don't just teach leadership, we install real, applicable strategies that create measurable change in your business. Okay, let's see. I don't have time to take on another program. I hear you. Your time is valuable. But ask yourself this, is your current way of leading costing you more time in the long run? ISTS is designed to help you take control, remove bottlenecks, and lead more effectively, freeing up your time instead of consuming more of it. You'll be implementing high impact strategy as you learn them. So you'll start seeing results right away. If your leadership approach is keeping you stuck in daily operations, this program will give you more freedom, not less. That's important. Let's see what else we've got here. Not sure if AI or operational efficiency is something that I need to focus on. Good question. So AI and operational efficiency aren't just optional anymore. They're actually the foundation of how top leaders scale their business. Whether you realize it or not, your competitors are integrating AI to streamline operations. They're doing it right now. They're doing it to improve customer service and even to make better decisions faster. This isn't about becoming a tech expert. It's about leveraging the right tools to enhance human leadership, create more efficiency, and even remove bottlenecks that are slowing you down. The businesses that fail to adapt will fall behind. Now, this program and others ensure that you can stay ahead of the curve. Let's see. How is this different from hiring a coach or a consultant? There's so many coaches and consultants out there, aren't there? So hiring a coach or consultant is really great, but often they're going to give you advice without knowing how to install long-term systems for growth. The ISTS program gives you both the strategic leadership playbook and the framework to implement it in real-time action. You're not just getting guidance, you're learning how to think, how to decide, how to act like a high impact leader who can scale, innovate, and remove friction at every single level of the business. So instead of paying for one off advice, you're getting a system that stays with you and it transforms your business for the long haul. So if you want more in depth coaching and consulting, good news. I can do that too, but ISTS can give you a lot of what you need. Let's see. What's your next question here? Man, I'm getting so many questions. I got to keep up with them. How much time do I need to set aside each week to do this program? Ooh, good one, right? Now it's up to you. Anybody can work this program at a different level at different times. It's self-directed. It's going to give you the opportunity to build out how to be more effective as a leader, how to get to the next level. So you can set aside an hour a week, you can set aside 15 minutes a week. The real power, the real value in this is to find the way to make the implementation and the change happen quickly, because that's where the real difference comes in. Let's see, how long will it take to see results? Many leaders see immediate results because the strategies that are inside ISTS are actually designed to be implemented while you learn. You start identifying and removing inefficiencies at day one. Now, depending on your starting point, some see major shifts in weeks, while others experience exponential growth over months. But what's certain is that this is not just passive learning. This is an active leadership transformation that drives real change. Let's see, can I do this later? You could wait. But the real question is, how much is that waiting already costing you today? Every day spent stuck in the same leadership patterns, dealing with the same inefficiencies and struggling with growth limitations equal lost revenue, lost time, and lost opportunity. The businesses that act fast, adapt, and implement now, they're the ones that are going to win. And the leaders who hesitate are the ones who are going to get left behind. The question isn't, should you do this now? It's how much further ahead you'll be if you actually start right now. Big question here. This is something that multiple people have asked. I'm not sure if I can afford this right now. Totally understand. Investments in your leadership and business can feel like a really big commitment. But let me ask you a kind of pointed question. What is the cost of you staying where you are right now? How much revenue, time, and energy are you losing because of leadership bottlenecks, because of inefficiencies and operational gaps? This program isn't a cost, it's an accelerator. Leaders who have gone through ISTS have scaled faster, they've increased their business valuations, and they've unlocked entirely new opportunities. What would even a 10% improvement in your business really mean for your bottom line? See what else. Who is this program really for? ISTS is for business owners, executives, and entrepreneurs who are, what's the right word, serious about scaling, about removing bottlenecks and leading with confidence. It's for leaders who are done playing small and they're ready to install systems, mindsets, and strategies to accelerate business growth, improve team performance, and create sustainable success. So if you want to optimize your business and future-proof your leadership and step into a level of impact that you've reached never before, ISTS is for you. All right, we're nearing the end of our time together. One of the questions we've got here, let me just answer this real quickly. How quickly can I get on a call with you? Reach out to us. We're happy to talk to you. We want to be impactful. If you purchase the program, if you join the ISTS program and you're looking for your 1 hour with me, we can get it right away. Don't worry about that. We'll make time for you and get you going. Now, we're nearing the end of our time together, so I want to leave you with this thought, okay? The future is being shaped right now by leaders who are willing to innovate and put customers at the center of their strategy. Today, we talked about how AI can empower you to do just that, to lead with insight, and to serve at scale without losing the human touch. You showed up today and you invested your time in learning, which already sets you apart. Now you can have a choice. You can take the insights from today and try to implement them on your own. And I truly hope you do that at least at some point. Or if you want a proven roadmap, support, and that accelerated push to become the leaders who drive breakthrough customer experiences, then I invite you to take the next step and join the Impact Shift training series. Just imagine yourself a few months from now. You've implemented a new AI driven project that's delighting your customers. Your team is energized and not stressed about AI anymore. In fact, you might even be getting attaboys or kudos from employees or your clients for being ahead of the curve. That's the outcome that I designed this program to deliver, and I would love nothing more than help guide you there. So here's my final encouragement. Final one, I promise. Don't let the moments pass and then fall back into business as usual. If you feel that spark, that motivation right now to become a more innovative leader, stand up and seize it. Click the enrollment link, sign up, and commit to your growth. The offer with the bonuses is limited, and I'd hate for you to miss out and have regret later when you could have been months ahead of your journey. Okay, my team's going to keep the enrollment link in the live for a little bit after we end. We'll keep this webinar open for a little bit, but those bonus one-on-one spots are going to go fast. So do take action if you're interested. I want to thank you sincerely for spending this time with me today. It has truly been a pleasure interacting with all of you. I've loved your engagement. I've loved your questions. Now, even if you decide not to join the program, I hope that you got valuable insights that you can now go and run with. Remember, the fact that AI is transforming businesses is not a distant future. It's right here and right now. With the right mindset and skills, you can turn it into your competitive advantage. I am cheering for your success. For those of you who jumped into the program, I look forward to working with you closely and seeing you achieve all the amazing things that you want to. For everyone, keep learning, stay customer focused, and embrace innovation. It's the recipe to thrive in the years ahead. Thank you all so much once again. If you have any last questions, I'll hang out a few more minutes in the chat. I'm happy to answer those. Otherwise, have a really wonderful rest of your day. Here's to your growth as an AI driven leader into delivering exceptional customer experiences. Take care, goodbye, and good luck.